My name is Jason Little, and this is 10 minutes off the top of my head. I'm planning on doing at least one video per week like this, and it's going to be about several different things: politics, religion, conspiracy theories, and everything in between. 10 minutes off the top of my head. I'm going to try and keep these videos down to just 10 minutes. I'll post them on YouTube and also on my Facebook page and on the Deplorable Political Party page as well. So let's get to it. 10 minutes off the top of my head. Back in 1789, as the gentlemen were leaving the Constitutional Convention, some folks asked the gentlemen that were leaving the Constitutional Convention, "Gentlemen, what have you wrought?" Benjamin Franklin piped up and answered, "A republic, if you can keep it. Tomorrow, January the 20th, 2017, we will inaugurate our 45th president of these United States of America. But do we still have a republic? That's the main question. Gentlemen, what have you wrought? A republic, if you can keep it." In my lifetime, I do not recall a more contested presidential election than the one that we have just enjoyed. Yeah, I know enjoy is not the right word for it. I've never seen anything more contested than this past presidential election cycle. And I hope to never see one again. I don't mind the contention, and I don't mind the fighting, and I don't mind the battle that took place. What I do mind are all the lies and the propaganda that took place. And we were lied to and propagandized on both sides of the aisle, both Republicans and Democrats. Not only that, but if you think about the last 8 years, we had a president in office that acted more like a dictator than anything we've ever seen before in the history of our nation. President Barack Obama did things that no other president has done before, and he continues to do so. And why, just yesterday he released a absolute treasonous traitor to this country. And why? What was his reason? He just thought it would be good. He thinks that Brad Manning has served enough time. I refuse to call that dude Chelsea. It's not a girl. He'll never be a girl. He wasn't born a girl. He won't die a girl. No matter what happens, he is a man. And if that bakes your biscuits, I don't care. Turn me off. That's the great thing about freedom of speech. You don't have to listen, but I can still say whatever I want to. Speaking of that, saying things comes with a consequence. Why, just today, CNN published a story on their news program about the assassination of both President-elect Trump and Vice President-elect Mike Pence. Now, why would you do something like that? If I recall correctly, and I do, when President Barack Obama was inaugurated in 2008, or 2009 rather, we didn't say things like that. We would have never said things like that. No matter how fiercely we disagreed with him and disagreed with the policies that he had stated that he was going to enact as president, we would have never, ever have said, "Boy, I hope he dies," which is exactly what CNN said about Donald Trump and Mike Pence. "Boy, I hope he dies." That's exactly what they said. A republic, if you can keep it. You see, this nation of ours was always nothing more than a great experiment. And we have had this experiment ongoing now since 1789 when the Constitution was ratified. Don't get confused. This country, we declared our independence in 1776, and we've been a country since then. But the Republic started in 1789. There were there were those people in that day that thought that the men of the Constitutional Convention were going to possibly make a monarchy, and they were deathly afraid of being put underneath an American king. Well, thank God that did not happen. Our Declaration of Independence states that we have unalienable rights granted to us not by the Constitution, not by any government, not by any man, but by God himself. Unalienable rights. We cannot be alienated from those rights no matter what. because they were given to us by God. But yet in this day and age, right now, as I sit here making this video, as you sit there watching this video, our federal government has tried and succeeded in alienating us from our God-given rights. How do they do that? How could you possibly say something? This is the United States of America. We can't be alienated. That's ridiculous that you would ever say something like that. Well, it's true, friends. Think back. Think real hard. What happened in 2001? The World Trade Center was attacked by terrorists, we're told. And at that time, we were also told that we needed to crack down on those that would do harm against our country. And so we created FISA courts, and we created the Patriot Act. And guess what happened to our rights? Oh, no, Jason, that's just the rights of those terrorists. No, my friend, that's your rights. Your rights and my rights. I'm an American citizen, not a subject, but a citizen. You are an American citizen if you're a citizen, not a subject. But FISA courts and the Patriot Act remove our rights. Go look it up. Go do a little bit of research into these things and you'll find out that, hey, yeah, it's true. And a few years ago, Edward Snowden told us that it was true when he told us that the NSA was keeping metadata on every single thing, on every single phone call from every single person that was within the borders of the United States and probably, to be honest, around the world. And what do we do about it? We cried and we complained and our Congress held hearings about it. And what happened? Nothing. I'll guarantee you right now that every conversation that you made today, every single phone call that you made last week, every single phone call that you made over the Christmas holidays to grandma and mom and dad and brother and sister and friends, the metadata was recorded by the NSA. A republic if you can keep it. A republic if you can keep it. Friends, our right to privacy is being trampled. Our right to not incriminate ourselves is being trampled. Our right to free speech is being trampled. Our right to religious freedom is being trampled. The right to life in this country is being trampled. But we just elected somebody who wants to untrample those things, allegedly. And I say allegedly. And I'll tell you what, I give Donald Trump, the president-elect, the benefit of the doubt in those things for now. Because if there comes a time that he does not follow through with the things that he said that he was going to do, if there comes a time where we can perceive that he is not making America great again, that he's not draining the swamp, I'm going to become his biggest critic. And if he thinks he's going to get my vote next time around, he's wrong about that. And friends, you should be that way too. We should support our president. We should hope for the best, but we should hold his feet to the fire. And these little lackeys over here in Congress, like Paul Ryan, who rolled over and played dead for Barack Obama the whole time that he was the Speaker of the House since the Republicans gained back the House. We need to hold his feet to the fire. And I'm disappointed that he made it back into the Congress of the United States. You people in Wisconsin should have thrown that bum out. And Mitch McConnell, you people in Kentucky should have thrown that bum out. But these guys are the leadership. These guys are the ones that are driving the boat. These guys are the engineers on the Trump train. And I'm going to tell you what, we got to hold their feet to the fire. Because Donald Trump, no matter what he says, no matter what he thinks, can't do it all on his own. He has to have the support and he has to have the agreement of the Republican Congress and the Republican Senate. Because without those, friends, we don't have a republic. Without the three branches, we don't have a republic. And if we don't make sure that it stays that way, we don't deserve a republic. It's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to get moving. Now, my time is almost gone. I've got 7 seconds left. Let me say this. God bless every single one of you, and please be watching for my next video.